Hello, everyone. I am Trooper SJP, and thank you for joining me as I continue on with Sundial Games 2026 quest calendar, The Souls of Saraku, a 365-day long solo RPG that is also a calendar. And in this particular year, we are villains, and we are currently right here as our third villain of our 6 villains, 3 pairs. Grimrot, Skulltooth, Slipknot, Grimrot, Slinktail. That's that I have the exciting character sheet. Grimrot, Slinktail. So I am Grimrot, Slinktail. I was torturing people in the dungeon because I'm a villain. I'm a rat person, and I was told to go and find the High Mage or the Evil Overlord and, I don't know, tell them that there's trouble, which I really figure they should probably know because, you know, we're being invaded. So anyway, I have been running, and I just made it through a dungeon, and it is now we're going to play our very next day. And today is the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the 17th and 18th of 2026, also known as Stars Day and Suns Day, Deep Winter 1718. And so come join me as we begin this weekend day. You know what I didn't do? I hadn't even thought about it, but there are these things that are available to you if you search the calendar. There are little symbols, and there's like a little symbol for treasure, and if you notice it, you can roll and get treasure, or you can pickpocket somebody. And I just realized that I forgot to look. It's too late to go back, because we're at a new day. But I will just, for the record, will let you know that I did forget, as my rat person, to pickpocket the torture master who told me to leave. So just left money on the table. That's fine. That's fine. But today, looking at our art for today, and there is nothing to... There's no pickpocketing today. It's fine. But what do we have today? Let's find out, shall we? The castle trembles as roots tear through the stone floor, twisting into grasping limbs. Durnir Mossbeard, legendary hero of the light. Every time I do the spit, it sounds like Devo's Whip It. Whip it good. Anyway, Durnir Mossbeard stands in the center of the devastation, his staff alight with verdant power. With each step, vines lash out, impaling undead, crushing goblins, and reducing dark magic to ash. His glowing eyes scan the battlefield until they find me. Just gonna note, this guy sounds super badass, druid, right? Super badass. I don't think I'm high enough level to be able to defeat somebody who can use vines-like limbs to impale people as he's just like walking down the street. Well, let's find out what the day will bring. 1. Well, it looks like we have 8 options. And if I recall correctly, these are all numbered. So there's a rule situation here. And the rules go like this. You have numbers and letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, or A, B, C, D, E. And if they are numbers, you have to do each one of them. If they are letters, you choose one. So if this were A, B, C, D, E, F, G, then I would just pick the one that I want. But because it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I have to do 8 things. This super badass hero of the light, whoosh, well, yeah, okay. I wonder if I'm gonna die. Are we gonna look up the death rules? You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. It's the weekend. Everybody's living for the weekend. 1. Strike to create an opening. This is a d20 plus attack. Okay. Well, I roll a 3, but my attack bonus is a 3, so that's a 6. Yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. I do not want to use I only have 1 surge that I can use today, and I do not want to use it this early. So 6. I lash out with a quick strike, see? Not aiming to kill, but to stagger. My little rat self is just gonna brush up to this huge, super badass druid and be like, hey, look at there, I'm gonna smack him in the knee. And if the result is 7 or less, which it is, my attack glances off as his bark-like armor. Oh, bark skin, oh. And then the vines lash out in retaliation. Reduce my health by 1. My health goes from 8 to 7. In case you were wondering. Oh, great. Great. Yep. You know, I should just probably keep this ready. I feel like it's going to be that kind of day. So, these vines slap out, and they, like, the vines have got, like, thorns on them, and, like, a thorn whip just comes around, whoosh, and it hits me, fur goes everywhere. Then I must withstand his assault. 9 plus my defense, which is a 3, so that's a 12. I brace myself to hold against a storm of vines. Vines start flipping everywhere, just like a storm. There's like a whole bunch of whoosh, 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 vines. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. If the result is 8 or more, which it is, I absorb the attack and I use the moment to retreat from his next attack, because here's the thing. I was like, oh, that's bad. And so I tell you, I just back up, see? Whoa, 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 whoa. Now I must rip through the vines with my prodigious strength. Okay, d20 plus strength. I roll another 9, and my strength is -1, so that's an 8. Okay. Vines, they coil around my legs and my arms, and they tighten, and they're tightening. They're trying to drag me down. They're trying to drag me down, see? But no one can take me. Slipknot, Grimtooth, Jackrabbit, Grimrot, Slinktail, nobody can take me down if the result is 8 or more, which it is. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be held down. Nobody can hold me down. Nobody keeps Baby in the corner, or Grimrot in the corner. And with that, I rip through the vegetation, breaking free with brute force, and escaping. I gotta get out of here. And then I have to evade the onslaught. Okay, this is going to be a d20 plus dexterity. I roll a 11 plus 1. That's a 12 for my dexterity. Well, so I'm gonna try to get out of here. See, I'm gonna try to make it through the battlefield, just in the middle of castles, everything. So I'm going, and then there's vines, whoosh, whoosh, like spikes and dots, and it's real not fun. It's like, a 1930s pulp movie, and that's bad. Anyway, so I have to time. I'm gonna time his attack roll, you see? And I'm gonna roll, and I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna flip out of reach. At least I'm gonna try. But if the result is 8 or more, I bob and I weave, serpentine. I bob and weave through the vines, slipping between their grasp and emerging outside of their reach. I will tell you what. I don't like it. Whew. I guess that means I'm done. Oh, wait. That was only the first 4 of 8 rolls. Well, how awkward. Now I've got to endure the magic. You have to believe we are magic. Olivia Newton-John, Xanadu. I rolled an 11, and I've got a constitution of like a +2. So that's a 13. Dunrear unleashes a pulse of druidic, I knew it was a druid, of druidic energy. causing plants to lash out wildly. You know, this is very, very Little Shop of Horrors. So these vines, plants. Um, but I grip my teeth, see? And I power through, ignoring the pain as I force my way out. It's fines. These fines are just there everywhere. And I'm like, what are these fines doing? I got like, it's like in those movies where like, like you're just like peering through the ferns, the underbrush. But the underbrush and ferns are actually just potted plants that they bought for the Hollywood set dressing. It's fine. I endured the magic. That's great. But I'm not done yet. Now it's time for me to go on the attack, see? Now I'm going to go on the attack. I'm going to misdirect, and I'm going to confuse him, which is a wisdom check. I roll a 7, and my wisdom is, what do I got? I got a +1. That makes it an 8. I can do that. Yeah. I bluff, see, to trick him and distract his attention away from our next move. Hey, look over there. Look over there. Not over there. Look over there. Don't look at me. Look over there. If the result is 8 or more, Dunrear is momentarily distracted, turning to face a different threat. Oh, where? Yeah. Now I'm going to find a weakness. This is a D20 plus intellect, and I have no bonus on intellect, but no penalty. That's a 2. Yeah. See? He's looking over there. So I'm going to analyze the vines, the terrain, his attack patterns, and I'm going to look for an escape route. Yeah. Oh, look at my hands. Did I get something in my hands? What is that? If the result is 7 or less, I miscalculate, leading myself into a worse position. Reduce my health by 1. Last roll. Divert his focus elsewhere. So, I'm seeing everything, but then I'm like, oh, did I get something on my hand? What is that? And at that moment, like a big, like huge, massive wave of kudzu just like flies over me, holds me down, rips me up, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Divert his focus elsewhere. I call out to him, throwing him off with a witty deception. Okay, so this is charisma, which I am bad at, because I'm a rat. I have a -3 charisma. How you doing? 12 -3 is 9. That's a success. Okay, so I've got to come up with a witty thing to distract him. I'm going to call out to him, see? Throw him off with a witty deception. Yeah. Hey, you big palooka. Why did you go try picking on somebody your own size? Which is definitely not me. I think it's that, oh, what is that over there? That's what? Oh, someone more my size. Behind me, you say? Oh? And then, he looks. Dunrear hesitates, allowing a skeleton to momentarily engage him while I flee. The druid gets distracted by another attacker, giving me time to escape. You see, what I want you to imagine right now is at the minute I go, yeah, right, nice. I'm not even joking. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, you kiddo, fella, Mac. I'm telling you, Mac, there's a big old giant orc right behind you. Right, and then he looks. It's a skeleton. They fight, and I was like, yikes. And with that, you see me go, and there's like the little like, boop, and like the little smoke trail behind me is what you see. And I get out of there. I'm done. I escaped. I, however, do have a health potion, and I'm going to use that health potion right now. I'm gonna roll this d4. I roll a 2. I will restore 2 health points, bringing me from 6 to 8. Man, I gotta tell you, that hooch, it did the trick. I'm still a bit hoit, but you know what, though? I'll tell you, I'm gonna get out of here. That's right, I'm gonna get out of here. Wait, no, I'm not getting out of here. I'm trying to find the evil overlord to warn him that there are, like, a whole army of people. Man. But that is the end of today's session. Thank you. This is for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And come back on Monday well, for the next time, for the next installment of As the World Turns. By that I mean the Souls of Saraku. Thank you, everyone, and I will catch you on Monday. Bye, everyone.